Happy Monday, everyone. That was a clip from Revenge on ABC. The news reporter in that show was played by TV host and author Melissa McCarty. She joins us today as our special guest host. And we're also happy to have KTNV correspondent Jaymes Vaughn with us at the round table. How is everyone?
Do you see my face right now? I just realized that was you.
You did?
Oh my gosh, you're the girl from Revenge.
Yes, that's why we played it. Yes.
Oh, all right.
Now, Melissa.
Can I get your autograph?
You can.
All right, I'm going to put you on my Twitter.
How did you get that role?
I've done almost a dozen of those, and actually my favorite was Real Husbands of Hollywood, where Tisha Campbell shoved me really hard, and I loved it, didn't expect it. But Revenge I've done a few times, and no, it's great. You go in for the role, and you get casted,
So you have an agent, and the agent sends you, everybody wants to know, how did you get that part? And so that's the key too?
Well, that is the thing, because sometimes they want real newscasters, other times they cast actors as newscasters, and a slew of us show up. I mean, it's a dozen, you never know what they're looking for, and I was just lucky enough that I've done almost a dozen.
I feel like sometimes though you can tell when they hire an actor that's never been a newscaster ever, and I feel like they haven't watched news.
Right.
Yeah,
because they mock us in a really awkward way.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many times did you have to shoot that scene to nail it?
Honestly, I'm proud to say it was a one-take wonder.
Boom.
And everyone, all the big stars were there that day, and they applauded afterwards. And I'm not saying I'm a one-take wonder, but that day I was, because I was so nervous.
Did you have to get, in terms of the lines, did you get it weeks ahead to memorize?
They always change it the day you show up. And there's been times where they were changing while I was there shooting and taping with all the cast members. They're tired, they're exhausted, and my scenes always seem to be last when the crew gets to go home. So, no, they're constantly changing.
And that's like no pressure at all when all the big actors are there. Like,
just staring at you, like, get it right.
Camp, like, come on, girl, don't mess up now. I'm trying to get my scene done and go.
I know.
You don't want to be the one that messes it up, and then they have to redo everything. Then they get mad at you, right?
No, I've done a couple guest spots on some shows too. It's a little nerve-wracking when everyone's there. It's like, can we just do this when y'all come out the room for a second? We can get this out. Yeah.
Because in our business, we ad-lib, and memory is not my thing. You know, I can memorize a certain amount of things, but I'm just off the cuff.
Yeah, you did a great job. Now, you've played a reporter, as you mentioned, about a dozen times in different roles, but your background is a reporter, and you're on the air as well.
Right, so I've been reporting the news for over 10 years. I was working here at ABC and my old stomping grounds, and then I moved up to Los Angeles, CBS, and then that's when I kind of merged into, about a year ago, TV hosting, worked with my career hero and good friend Larry King with Aura TV. They started this thing called, it's a digital, it's kind of the future. It's a lot of
just Larry King.
Yeah, just Larry King. It's funny though, when I was promoting my book, most of the questions were about Larry. I'm like, can I get back to my book now? But no, I love him. He's a joy. And I've been doing a lot of stuff with Dr. Drew on Call on HLN, which is exciting. He's amazing. He's brilliant.
And you share stories, or you weigh in on current activity?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much.
With Dr. Drew, what's going on there? What you weighing in on?
That's stressful sometimes because it's hard-hitting topics, and you're in a panel, you're in a box, and if you don't get in there, then you're just quiet, and you lose your moment, and you only have a few seconds for these really, hard-hitting national headlines.
And you want to be the one that gets that soundbite that goes everywhere.
Criminologists and experts in every field, and then there's me trying to get my 2 cents in, and it's intense. I like it.
But you're an expert, though. I mean, besides all this other stuff you're reporting, like I heard, like we were talking earlier, it's very intense. Like you got burned by a fire one time. You were so into it.
I did, yeah. Reporting in SoCal, fires are big there. And it made national news. I was
seeing
so
where'd you get? There you are. Boom.
The photographer didn't say, watch it, the fire's all, coming up behind you.
My photographers are just kind of my brothers in the field, and we always take a risk. That's what we are known for. So I had some bald patches on my head. I got too close, and no, it grew back.
It grew back, yeah. This is dope, though, because in this industry, I don't know if y'all know at home, but we have to have like reels that we send out that shows our work to everyone when someone's trying to hire us.
Right.
And you start off your reel with, yo, I'm getting burned right now.
Yeah.
I'm watching the whole thing.
No, I mean, I was almost burned alive. I had, I was burned a few times. I had glass shattered all over me, covering riots, almost pulled out of the window. I've, been shot at, so it's, out of news.
Yeah, so a split screen on Dr. Drew is no big deal now at this point. You're like, oh, I got this.
It's just the mental wit now. It's just the struggle, but yeah.
You also wrote a book.
I did, Newsgirls Don't Cry. Yeah, it's about, it's really a book for families. It's universal. It's, some person quoted it as a love story, a sister's love for her brother. It talks about mental illness and addiction, something we can all relate to.
So something that you went through, you struggled with your brother who had a mental illness?
Yeah, so he's bipolar. He has social phobias, a debilitated alcoholic. It's really difficult for him to even leave the house sometimes.
Wow.
And I explore that sibling bond when one goes down a very self-destructive path, and you're kind of helpless, and you really can't when it comes to mental illness. I've learned what you can do and what you can't do, and the book really hones in on what helps and what doesn't. The mistakes I've made, I was very candid at that. You can't stop a downward spiral. You can just love and support. And that's what people get wrong. It's kind of like, if I love them enough, if I just make them happy and laugh, they'll be okay. But they're going to go through those struggles and their emotions, and you just have to be there to support them. Yeah.
And you're possibly turning this into a screenplay?
There are a lot of talks, and I'm really excited about that. The only issue with that is I'm in my 30s. I'm actually still in my journey. I'm still alive. So how do you end the story? How is it a screenplay?
No, you
What's
don't.
the ending?
You leave a cliffhanger, like the Tyrannosaurus Rex in Jurassic World this weekend.
Producers don't want that. They want the bow and the happy ending.
Nope.
I'm like, I'm kind of
put in a T-Rex.
You drag that part out.
You'll be good, yeah.
Yes. Well, congratulations on that book, and we'll be waiting for that screenplay. And obviously, Jaymes is back as well.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you in a few months, but at least on our set. Where have you been hiding?
It's been. Actually, I found out Melissa and I are neighbors now in West Hollywood. Yeah, you're right across the street. We got to go to that Chipotle.
I've seen you on TV. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
That's my spot. You understand?
Yeah, mine.
I beat that Chipotle like 3 times a day.
Oh no. That's a problem.
No, it's no GMOs
but they deliver now.
And no growth hormone. What?
They deliver.
They deliver? I don't even got to leave my house. So see, that's why I'm in Hollywood now, because I could just get my Chipotle delivered to me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm Chipotleing.
You're in LA trying to get a couple, acting gigs.
No, I got the gigs. That's why I'm
Well,
there.
you got the OK TV. Yes, but other things
OK TV, and I'm also on that other show that comes on right now. Don't change the channel. Watch this one today. I'm right here.
Do you want to be an actor too, or not really?
I mean that stuff's fun for me. Like, I've been lucky that stuff's fallen in my lap, and I've gotten to do a couple guest spots on some TV shows and things like that. And I'm never mad at a paycheck. If somebody's like, hey, I'm gonna give you this money to do this, I'm like,
what was your favorite show?
Where do I show up?
That you appeared on?
Honestly, for me, it was ABC Family's Baby Daddy. Like,
oh yeah,
the cast is so dope, and like I actually made friends from it. And it's just, of any show I've done anywhere, their energy is so great, and they really have like a no whole policy on their set where you got to be cool, you got to go. So that really carries through. Like, you're greeted with hugs when you come in and everything. So it's awesome.
It's a great work environment. And you do a lot of charity work?
Yes, I want to talk about this charity that I'm working with right now. Do we have time to do this? Tell me my ear. We got a clip. Throw this thing up here real quick. I got a video. Y'all watch this. Go, hit it. Boom. Hey y'all, it's Jaymes Vaughn, and I want to talk to you for a second because I'm going back to the Give Kids the World Village. It's an amazing, amazing place, y'all. It takes these kids with life-threatening illnesses, and it makes their dreams come true. Imagine if it was your kid. Imagine if it was your neighbor, your son, your daughter, your grandkid, your sister, your brother. As somebody who's been before, as somebody who's worked with these kids, it's amazing. And to see the looks on their faces when they get there and they get to just forget about all their troubles and just have a great time, it's so worth it. It's so amazing. So please help me help these kids. What we're doing is we're trying to raise as much money as we can to bring as many families as we can to the Give Kids the World Village. So you can click on the link. It's right down below this. It's going to show you where you can go. Even $1 helps. Anything helps. We want to get as many families there this year as we can. So please click on this link, help out, and make a difference for these kids. Thank you. Love y'all. Y'all, that charity's my baby. That charity is my baby. I love that charity. If you don't know what it is, it's Give Kids the World. Actually helps facilitate wishes for kids who have life-threatening illnesses. So I'm going down there again in August, and it's in Orlando, Florida, and it's seriously one of those things. I even like thinking about it right now. I mean, it's just so magical. These kids that have these tough situations they're in, they forget about everything when they're there, and they get to go to the theme parks and do all this stuff, and it's like $10,000 to get a family out there. So I'd like to get like as many families as I can, so you can actually go. There's links on my Twitter. You saw the link there too. It's helpgivekidstheworld.com, and you can go just go donate like $1 or something. Let's just see what we can do.
And if everybody does that,
and you have no idea how much good you're doing when you help these kids. It's beautiful.
Well, it's a great cause. Thank you for sharing that, Jaymes. Well.